Na, na, na. What's up, guys? Welcome back to In the Pressbox, episode 85. My name is Benjamin. You guys are?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's Alex. Sorry we couldn't be here last week.
And I'm Aiden.
All right, now Benjamin, he's good at broadcasting, as y'all may know, but he's also our little producer, and he's gonna produce away.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll produce a new theme song for the podcast. In case you guys don't know, we've got me. I'm a producer. Alex, the entertainer. Aiden, the editor. So that's kind of what happens around here. But let's talk about what we're talking about. This week's headlines in sports. College football begins. NFL preseason enters final week. NFL contract and injury drama begins. Nashville SC returns after a hiatus of 3 weeks. And tennis star Yannick Sinner caught in a massive scandal. That would be the equivalent of like Josh Allen was caught doping. I mean, this is like a really, really big deal in the tennis world. So let's talk about the NFL. First of all, to start, guys, I can't remember the last time we did a podcast at this time on a weekday. I mean, this is brutal to me a little bit, but it is what it is. Titans enter final week of preseason. Is Malik Willis, guys, good enough to make the final roster? What do you guys think about that? You know,
We're not gonna cut him. Is he good enough to start, or is that your question, or to make the
no,
roster?
they could potentially cut him. I've heard some things like that. But I mean, it's like, man, I don't know. Malik Willis, just looking at him from what you see on the TV, from what you see at the game in person, it's the same Malik. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's the same Malik. It's the Malik that looks confused, that is super slow to read things. And to me, he's not an NFL level quarterback. But with that being said, I still root for the guy. But I guess more of what I ask is, do you see him, if he makes the final roster, even being able to contribute to this team in any way? Or do you just see it kind of being Mason Rudolph? Because Mason Rudolph has not looked good either, to be honest with you guys. I've not liked really what I've seen from him. So
We need Josh Dobbs back.
what?
We need Josh Dobbs back. He's been killing it for the 49ers.
I agree. He has 1,000%, Alex.
Yeah, I mean,
agree.
at the preseason game, Benjamin, I know you went to it. You didn't go to the Seahawks game, did you? I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I haven't really been able to really know what happened in that game. I know next game a lot of our starters are starting against
Saints.
Saints, that's who it is. But when you went to the game against the 49ers, did you see specifically an underdog player that like maybe wasn't shown as good on TV that had some good like blocking, or did you see like other people there?
Yeah,
like
I was extremely impressed. Like, cannot tell you how impressed I was. This player, big number 91. I don't know, Alex. Maybe go look up who's 91 on the Titans. I forget his name. This dude's like the fourth string defensive lineman. That man's impressive. And we were sitting amongst people who, were able to kind of, break down games, figure out different things like that. And they were super impressed about, number 91. I think his name is like
Keandre
Corbin. What is it? It's like Coburn or something, I think.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great player right there. I was impressed by also Julius Chestnut. I thought he played a lot better than what TV would have made it seem like. But I think the main takeaway that I had at the end of the day from at least being at the game is kind of the fans' frustrations with Mason Rudolph and Malik Willis. I think that a lot of people thought Rudolph was going to be better than this. He's not been good. And Malik Willis, people, including me, fell for the bait again and thought he was going to be really good. Or not really good, but at least substantially better. And he's been a little better, but not really at that level that people want him to be at. So a lot of frustrations. But 91, big 91 in the middle, that dude is actually legitimate. I also really like our kicker, who unfortunately we're going to take Nick Folk over him. Last game, drilled a 59-yarder.
Did you see some guy hit a 66?
Yeah, that's right. But it was Aubrey, I think, from the Cowboys. So I mean, that is
Oh, that
just
is someone
a
else.
that's a not a surprise, honestly, for a player like him. But you know, I liked our kicker. I liked 91. I think it's named Coburn, and again, Chestnut looked good. Jabari Small didn't look good if you're talking about like Vols players. Just being 1,000% honest, I didn't see anything, but they didn't give him much of a chance. He only really played in the fourth, and then Hassan Haskins, there wasn't anything special. But Tony Pollard too. If you look at like players that like looked really good too at the stadium, Tony Pollard looked the best out of every single person. 1,000%, without a doubt. Everybody was blown away by him. So yeah, that's kind of my overall
And then
takeaway.
I know confusion is kind of a big key. First game, second game kind of gets better, and then that's the reason why you have uh kind of have 3 preseason games, and you get kind of break, and then you jump into this very long season. But also confusion with fans. Were you confused like at all? Like,
What are you talking about? Bro was trying to break it down like an ESPN analyst, and it makes absolutely no sense to me what you were talking about. I show up and I'm confused about which fans are around me. Uh huh.
were you confused about so you were confused about the fans around you?
No,
Does
I
that
was not.
relate to your athletic director?
I was. there, there was certain people that I did know that were in the realm of Nissan. But I'm not gonna really elaborate more on that. Um, but I mean, no, there was no fan confusion about people around me and who they were supporting. Actually, one really quick thing. What do you guys think about this? I've been kind of thinking about it. Do you guys think like if you like look at a Titans game at TV or you ever go to a Titans game, the one thing that really stands out to me is the amount of away fans at our games. Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think we got so many away fans nonstop? I mean, it's a preseason game and like at least 40, 45%, maybe even 50% with San Francisco fans. And I don't get it. I mean, no way people from San Francisco are traveling for a freaking preseason game. Maybe they are, but I don't understand why so many opposing fans are at Titans games. It really drives me a little crazy. What do you guys think?
Well, one, and maybe George Kittle's family. They kind of from here, Nashville. Two is I mean, Nashville's the fastest growing city in America. You got people from everywhere, especially California, coming over here. But also, what is country music to you? Love, diversity. So that's why they come here. Diversity. What?
Well, I would say
You're making no sense over
Okay,
here.
this is why I'm an entertainer.
Aiden, what do you have to add on this?
Nashville's used to it. I mean, Vanderbilt lets fans in there all the time.
Oh, be quiet, Aiden. Be quiet.
I'm just saying it's like in the city's blood. Like it's the tradition. But I
Oh, I
will
do not.
say on a real note is eventually Titans are going to open their new stadium and they're going to have a fan section, which is going to be pretty cool because they're going to need like submit videos. So maybe that will be good for the passionate Titans fan. We'll get to
That
see.
is that's
I know
def-
Benjamin's going to try to record a video of
guys,
himself.
guys,
yes, 1,000.
let's all submit a video, and whoever gets like the highest like tryout level gets like predictions, wins the entire prediction.
Okay, I'm good with that. We can submit a video. Actually, yeah, that's actually a good point with that Aiden said about like the new stadium. The Vanderbilt thing not needed, and we'll get to the Vanderbilt dynasty update. I just absolutely destroyed Tennessee like 20 minutes ago. Okay, so I don't want to hear anything about Vanderbilt being bad. At least in the college football realm, I'm legit Nick Saban. Like I'm the highest prestige coach, like in that game. Um, Arden Key's suspension appealed. That's pretty big. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's really good. I mean, Arden Key sets the future for what it means to be a gambler, but to get away with it.
What are you
Like
talking about? You make no sense to me.
These people are going to learn that they can get away with their consequences.
exactly. He's teaching murderers that if you just like hide the body, you can get away with it. Just like him and Jeffrey Simmons
And then Jeffrey
hid
Simmons is going
evidence.
to announce it on his Twitter saying
Exactly.
Mhm.
And that's selfish. I mean, it's really lacks team chemistry. I mean, you should take accountability for your team, and not only Arden Key should be suspended, the entire defensive line team room should be.
So then, who would play defensive line?
The offensive line, high school football. We just got a high school style.
My goodness.
I think he's a key player, so I think it's really
Get it, Arden Key.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. I immediately thought that.
Yeah, so I think it's very good. All jokes aside, I think yeah, I'm glad that he's on the defensive line back and he's going to be ready to play a regular season.
All right, drama in Dallas with CeeDee Lamb. Do you guys see CeeDee Lamb playing this season? He's completely holding out of practice. Do you guys see him being bad, a little bit worse, maybe potentially this season?
I think I think CeeDee Lamb's gonna be bad because like Lamb, like bad.
So bad. It's so bad. It makes no sense, bro. Like what, Aiden? What do you have to say about it?
Yeah, I think CeeDee Lamb, he's going to go on a little bit of a downfall because he's going through things. He's like a midlife crisis right now. But I think whenever
What?
You
Major,
just
we
said
all
CeeDee
face-
Lamb
we
in
all
the middle.
face it.
78% of all humans will have an emergency in their life.
And you will need $500 to afford that.
dude, I'm gonna listen. My midlife crisis is gonna be you guys having to pay me a max contract extension to keep me on the podcast. That's gonna be my midlife crisis, if that's what you guys call a midlife crisis.
Basically, what the thing is with money drives people crazy. I ultimately believe that the mental state is on money rather than playing football. So when you get that, you start to develop such habits that it's not giving you. You're receiving more than you're giving. You're giving out. He's not playing for himself, but he's playing for the guy on Cowboys fans. For true passion. He's not playing for hate. He's not playing for hate. When they play for him, he will be completely selfish and lack of
You're trying to act like some therapist over here. Alex, you're trying to break out the TED Talk. Get the cat off of my screen. I don't know what is going on, but believe it or not, all jokes aside, Alex is actually definitely spitting facts over there. It is true. If you were to ask him at age 8, he wouldn't say I'm paying for the $50 million contract. He'd say I'm playing for the star on my helmet. So I mean, at the end of the day, the things like that change. But it's going to be interesting to see if he plays. QB battle in Pittsburgh: Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. That's going to be interesting. Russ should have wrapped that up. Doesn't look good. JJ McCarthy out for the year. Who are some rookies that you're interested in watching this final week? I'll start off, and I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead with Jaden Daniels, man. Jaden Daniels is electrifying to me. Joe Milton's interesting too. What about Caleb Williams is interesting. Not as excited about other people like Bo Nix, but
what about JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, he's out for the year. More meniscus.
You know what I'm looking for? Michael Penix. He was drafted high, hasn't done literally crap. So
I completely forgot about that guy. That's actually a really good point. I completely forgot about him.
You know who didn't forget about him? The social media manager for the Falcons that got fired. Oh, we want to talk about that?
No need.
What about Will Levis's social media managers?
What about Will Levis?
Wait. Like the Mayo cologne?
Yeah, the Mayo.
I mean, social media is driving brain rot to these players, and I feel like in the next 20 years, the what the calls are going to come out to be is brain rot, like skibbity toilet height. Like that is negatively influencing our game, not only today but in our future years. Like Benjamin, you want to be a broadcaster, specifically football, I think, or tennis, but you do football, and you hear that, and you have to interview these people that do that, and I just like don't feel like it's good for the game, good for anybody's health.
I don't know when since you've been a therapist on this podcast.
It's
College
not
football.
therapy; it's just being true.
I know. It's just like why is like every like conversation so just like real and like deep and like, and, like stop.
Because if you hit it, if you dive deep into every section, the shorter sections dive itself. Like it's like you're digging in a hole and it just like crawls out. It's like a water sprout.
That made like no sense.
Like
to me.
if you're in the hole and you just like reach it in and you can take it out, the knowledge that you receive.
What? And do you understand half the things that he's saying?
No.
Yeah, I don't get this. College football's back. It's kind of a soft launch. What games are you guys excited to watch this weekend? I'm gonna say Florida State and Georgia Tech is about the only one. Next week we'll have kind of like the full preview and stuff. Alex, what games are you excited to watch this weekend?
I mean, I'm excited to watch Father Ryan versus Overton.
Why? Is that your school?
No, I just a big game.
Uh-huh. Aiden, what games are you excited to watch?
For college football?
Yeah.
Probably the Florida State and Georgia Tech.
That's kind of about the only good game. Get college game days back, so that's exciting.
Delaware State versus Hawaii. Did y'all see about that?
That's true.
And,
yeah, but that's
Pat McAfee is no longer a WWE broadcaster because of the college game days.
Yes, take more away from that ridiculous sport and universe. Thank goodness.
He gets paid more to do. Well, do you...
Yeah, he better be paid more. WWE can't pay anybody there.
I'm watching the Florida State game. See when that happens, and then I'm gonna stay up for the Delaware State versus Hawaii game.
That's like 11 p.m. or midnight. I'm not staying up for that. That's crazy. Freaking, he's staying up for Delaware State and Hawaii at like 11 p.m. on a Saturday. I will politely.
I may stay up for Missouri State, Mizzou, and another one I may stay up for is the NC State versus Western Carolina. So my team can kind of get prepared. And then Lindenwood versus Kansas. I like that game because it sounds like Benjamin's alma mater. And I think those are going to be good games. Temple, Oklahoma State is going to be a good game.
These are all the games that are happening?
Yeah, and then Chattanooga plays Tennessee next Saturday. But the biggest game of them all is going to be Clemson, Georgia in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's at 11. That's at 11 a.m. I believe. All right. Other news: National SC returns. Hopefully, they're better. Yannick Sinner caught in massive scandal. Essentially, to recap,
sinning.
He had a little. That's so not funny. He had a little cut on his finger. Yannick Sinner is the world #1 in tennis. Just to make this simple for you guys, this would be if like Josh Allen cut his finger, like rubbed like a little like ointment on it, right? And the ointment had like muscle boosting steroids in it. And then he said, "I'm completely clueless. And I know I did this like 3 months ago, but trust me, I'm innocent. And nobody should really care or even be bothered by this, that I'm just so good all of a sudden." So it's a big deal in the tennis world. A lot of players have freaking called him out. It'd be if like Lamar Jackson called out Josh Allen and said like, "You're a cheater," essentially. On Twitter. Like this is like, it's actually kind of crazy. So he has been called out. Personally, what I think about it, again, they said it's a 1/1000000000% of a gram or whatever of this illegal substance. So couldn't have really affected his game. But the whole thing feels fishy. The fact that this occurred in April and now we're just learning about it from him, that does feel a little bit fishy to me. And I'm not a big fan of that. Also, not a big Yannick Sinner fan. I'm a Novak Djokovic fan, so really don't care. But it is interesting to see how that affects the sport of tennis, and it's not a good look for the sport of tennis to be covering that up for so long.
So I have
And
a question. What do you think is
very,
worse
very
for sports? Gambling and betting or steroids use?
that's actually a really good question. Probably it's got to be steroid. Well, wait. It actually depends. Is it like the athlete doing this? Athlete doing this, right?
Or
Just
maybe,
answer the question.
or maybe a broadcaster. Like, say for instance,
What does that matter if the broadcaster is doing steroids? We don't keep. Do they keep? They don't keep account on broadcaster doing steroids.
maybe
Do they? No, they
my
don't.
broadcasting buddy, not named Benjamin or Aiden's gotten a little bit bigger over the season. What?
Alex, I think you're doing steroids. I'll just say that. I'm pretty convinced. Aiden, is Alex
My
doing
arm is
steroids?
freaking an inch long.
Which one? Third one or fourth one?
It's so bad. It's just so bad. Alex, you can go get him. Go get him with that. Go get him with those steroids.
Is water? Dump it on him.
Yeah, do it with those steroids. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just not. It's not appropriate. This is, Aiden. This is a PG podcast. That's not appropriate, right? Like we expect a lot more out of you than that. That's just.
We should try to get our things on YouTube Kids.
Yeah, you think right after Aiden says that, you think that we're a good market for YouTube? Actually, honestly, Alex,
Four arms. 1, 2,
3, 4.
Alex,
four.
Alex, we already are on YouTube Kids because you're on the podcast. They turn off the comments. They do everything like we're like a YouTube Kids show because they think you're like 5. Like we already
That's
are
not
on.
fair.
It's not fault. It's YouTube's fault.
I do that every short.
Okay, but let me answer your question. Let me answer your question really quick. Is gambling or steroid use worse for the athlete? It's got to be steroid use because I mean that actually affects the player compared to the gambling really does too because they could like forfeit and like man that's actually a brutal question. That's actually phenomenal.
Exactly.
Hayden, what do you think?
If you just dive deep into subjects, it comes to your brain because the signal from your heart knows and loves the subject.
Like talking about steroids.
Yeah, is steroid or gambling worse for an athlete if they're
Is the effects of steroids anatomy or physiology?
Like, what do you mean gambling? Are you talking? What do you mean gambling in
Physiology?
It is physiology. Okay, good.
What do you mean gambling in sports?
Okay, so you know how like athletes they gamble. For instance, let's say like I'm playing basketball, right? And I gamble and I tell all my friends bet 10,000 that I'm going to get injured this game, and then I like fake an injury and come out of the game. Compared to I'm just absolutely like juiced on like steroids and like shredded and like just crazy overpowered. What's like more like worse and like effective?
Probably gambling because steroids don't work all the time necessarily. So if like gambling, you really.
Here's what I think. Gambling is all mental, and your mentality, because it's mental. Because you can think, if I do this, it's all on to me. So it's just your mentality. It's your mental, and your mental phase can really control your entire body. Like adrenaline. Adrenaline is you don't have to take steroids, but you can have the strength and power to do whatever. Adrenaline rush. Same thing if you have whatever your mind sets to, your body does, and it can take over your physical realm, your physical body. From your first arm to your fifth, all your body just is controlled by your mind, and that's what.
You make absolutely no sense, right?
It makes sense.
Like, please never have a career in like anything like psychology.
No, I'm gonna be a broadcasting breaker downer. I'm gonna break down broadcast.
Like just like an analyst.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna do so this is the offensive line, This is the right offensive line, and here's where they connect to.
Alex, you know what you're gonna be? You're gonna be like a broadcasting teacher. Like you have these courses like Dave Ramsey like teaches you about money. You teach people about broadcasting. Like you have a broadcasting course.
I mean, I learned
You
so
be the
much.
first one there because you suck. Yeah, and you be the first one there.
Aiden.
You'd be surprised if I even show up.
Okay. Why is the broadcasting teacher freaking playing with action figures right now? I can't even believe this podcast. And the whole computer is like in like this orange mode, so like I can't even see half the things that are happening. All right, college football 25 dynasty update. What do you guys have for your dynasty update if you've even played?
I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to play because I've been busy with work and school. It's okay. Did you hear it like ASMR?
No, and it looked really weird.
Oh, I said I haven't been able to play because of work and school. I was gonna play tonight, but I was watching YouTube videos. My mind took over. Like I said, my mind took over what I was physically gonna do. I was mentally set to watch YouTube videos, but I wanted to physically play a game. But my mentality, my mental state took over my physical realm. I mean, just like when Jesus became man, mentality into the physical realm. And it's not that funny.
And it's really not funny. This man's preaching to the viewers right now.
Yeah.
It's not funny. Aiden, can you give me a dynasty update while Master Alex rests his head?
Okay, yeah.
Oh God. Oh.
All right,
Just okay.
Let me just say this. I'm gonna make it real short and simple for you guys. I haven't started my dynasty yet. But see, here's the thing. I need to get started, but I just feel like I haven't had any time. So I think time is going to work. Be what the answer is I just don't know. So we really have to let like time like sink in. Like it could be months away. It could be as soon as we get off the podcast. But whatever it is, the time will come and MTSU will be the number one team in the college football 25. It doesn't matter about no Vanderbilt. It doesn't matter what if you go to an away game and you're a Tennessee Vols fan filling up the stadium.
Can you be quiet, please? Just stop talking.
It doesn't matter.
Dynasty update. It's been going well. You know, it's been going well. Vanderbilt.
You know what it said when it was.
We're undefeated. We filled the
It's a
stadium.
chihuahua.
We
And then
filled
didn't say another thing.
we fill the stadiums finally. You know, casually wrap up, take care of Tennessee in that absolutely trash school and organization. So yeah, that's kind of about it. I'm just kidding about the Tennessee thing, but we did take care of them. We did take care of them pretty well. Like, pretty happy. I think I won 38-20. It's not funny. Okay, all right. I'm done with this, bro. Just move on to predictions.
Can I go potty first?
Can we just do this? Because I want to get out of here.
He has to predict the game
Yeah, I got to predict.
instead of predict.
So dumb.
All right.
What do you call an abusive prediction leader? Predicty.
All right. Florida
like-
State versus Georgia Tech. I have Florida State. Who do you guys have?
Give me 1 second.
Benjamin, do you have an answer?
Oh yeah, I got Florida State in that one.
I have the Seminoles. I mean, Jaden Daniels is electrifying. I mean, not Jaden Daniels. What's his face? Wrong dude. That's embarrassing.
What?
That's embarrassing.
You're making absolutely no sense. I'm not even kidding with you guys. I think Alex may be on steroids. These kids may be on steroids. Like, who the heck am I doing this podcast with? Montana State and New Mexico. I got New
No,
Mexico.
I just got butt Botox, so that's how. I'm just on Botox.
You guys are crazy. Montana State and New Mexico, yeah.
I have New Mexico.
I have New Mexico.
SMU and Nevada, I got SMU.
Whoa, Benjamin, who do you have?
Pick New Mexico like 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
Proof of the steroids.
SMU. That's who I have. I have SMU.
I have FSMU because like a horse is like a farm animal, and a cow is a farm.
It stands for Steroid Men University. That's what we
Exactly. Delaware. There you go. The first step, right, to recovery is admitting that it's a legit thing, and Aiden
And
just
it's a
admitted
second.
No. 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 The first step is admitting that there's a problem, and Aiden Lee just did that for everybody. Thank you. Delaware State against Hawaii. I got Hawaii.
I have Hawaii.
I have an upset. Delaware State is taking down those Rainbow Warriors.
What is going on? Do you want how much you want to wager?
Yeah, Alex.
Can I tell you something kind of embarrassing? You're supposed to
No.
have points to wager, and since I haven't done any of the predictions,
Don't care. How much you want to wager?
Oh, I don't want to wager anything. I predict from the heart, not from the brain.
Bro, I do the Hani Mukhtar frustrated celebration every single week on this podcast. Colts versus the Bengals. I got. It pains me to do this. I got the Colts.
I got the Indianapolis Colts.
I got the Indianapolis Bengals. They're going to be really good.
All right, Bears. I'm done with that. Bears versus Chiefs. I got the Bears.
I have the Bears.
I have the Chiefs.
Jaguars and Falcons. I got the Falcons.
I also have the Falcons.
I also have the Falcons.
49ers against the Raiders. I got the Raiders only because I feel like there's more for them to play for.
I have the 49ers because of Joshua Dobbs. You may tear it up again.
49ers.
Steelers against the Lions. I got the Steelers. Everything is on the line for the Steelers here. So I've got the Steelers easily. They still have not figured out their starting quarterback.
I get what he did there.
Still, yeah. You know what I bet he wasn't doing? He wasn't lying when he said that. Detroit Lions, let's go.
I have the Lions.
Chargers against the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys.
I have the Chargers.
Some Aiden's phone needs. He needs a charger.
It's at 3%.
Maybe
Okay.
the connection between Benjamin and Aiden can charge it.
Giants against the Jets. I got the Jets.
I have the Jets.
The Jets are going to have a massive win. Get what I used there? It was a vocab word.
Browns versus the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks.
I have the Browns.
I have Seahawks. I would like to wager. Wager alert. Wager alert.
There's no.
Why do you want to wager and you don't want to wager Hawaii against Delaware State?
Because
I'm not-
Hawaii is more than likely going to win. I picked the team from the heart, not from the brain. I pick from the heart. I wager from the brain.
I mean, I'm not wagering the Browns and the Seahawks preseason game. I mean, there's no reason for me.
Yeah, Alex. There's no reason.
There's nothing on that. Delaware State and Hawaii, there's a great reason for me. Titans against the Saints. I'm going to go with the Titans because we're playing a lot of starters, I think, in that game.
I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans. They're going to go undefeated in the preseason, which means they could have Super Bowl odds. I mean, they beat the 49ers, beat the Seahawks, If they come out here and beat the Saints, they go 3-0, they go undefeated in the preseason. You can go all the way from there. I mean, your mindset going undefeated actually goes a long way. Right, Alex?
I'm going with the Titans again.
Okay, Cardinals against the Broncos. I got the Broncos.
I have the Denver Broncos.
I also have the Denver Broncos.
Patriots and the Commanders. Final game of the preseason. That's Sunday Night Football. That's on NBC. I'm gonna go with the Commanders in this one.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm going with the Patriots.
All right, that concludes this podcast and this week is sports. And my name is Benjamin, and I'm out. Go Doors.
Goodbye, everyone.
Adios. Basically, I would like to thank everyone for being on here, even though we kind of maybe a little bit goofy and we call out some people. Just believe it's good. Alright, thank you guys for watching anyway. It's Alex from the Pressbox. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.